South Korea is often referred to as the most depressing country in the world. Here, the suicide rate is very high. Humans often commit suicide, but now even robots are not safe. Recently, a case has emerged from South Korea where a robot also said, "Enough is enough." The Gumi City Council in South Korea is investigating the apparent suicide case of a robot administrative officer. You can see that articles are being published worldwide on this topic today, questioning whether a robot can commit suicide. And online people have been discussing how this robot committed suicide because it was being overworked continuously. Now, what is this whole case? We will find out. Additionally, I will tell you about the extensive use of robots in South Korea and how the overworking and work stress is a major issue in Korean and K-pop itself that needs to be addressed. The current population of South Korea is 50 million, but this population is rapidly declining. There is a possibility that in the coming decades, their population will first reach 40 million, and then even possibly around 30 million. There is a huge fall in the population across South Korea. This is happening despite the South Korean government distributing incentives worth $270 billion to encourage more children. Parents were also given money, promising to pay a certain amount for each child. Worldwide incentives were given. Just think about it. South Korea spent $270 billion just to maintain its population. But nothing happened. The fertility rate is still around 0.72, which is very low. When your country's population is continuously declining and you don't want to bring immigrants into your country because South Korea, Japan, and Taiwan are very homogenous societies that don't prefer bringing in people from outside their race. The solution that South Koreans have found is to have robots working in many of their restaurants and hotels. For example, here you can see South Korea's Starbucks, where robots act as waiters. They go to the customers, take their orders, and deliver them. Again, this is being done out of necessity because there aren't enough people to work, since a large part of South Korea's population is aging. With young people not coming in, a significant population has become old, with no one to care for or even talk to them. The South Korean government has recently started using robots to provide companionship to their aging population. Here, you can see the AI robot dolls given to many senior citizens of South Korea. These are provided so they can feel some company, like having a grandchild. As South Koreans are trying to involve robots more in their lives, the government departments and public sector jobs have also started using robots. In 2023, the South Korean government imported a robot from California, which works as a personal assistant. An American company in California made a high-tech robot that can use elevators. And it will easily transport files throughout the office so that the other government officers don't have to get up and carry files from one table to another. This robot started its government job straight away, but this robot was working nonstop. You see, the working hours in South Korea are extremely high. South Korea proposed a 69-hour work week. Obviously, this faced a significant backlash, questioning how anyone could manage a life if they worked 70 hours a week. When will they sleep or handle their other responsibilities? Essentially, they will just become work slaves. So, even though the 70-hour work week hasn't started everywhere in South Korea, many South Koreans still work 50, 55, or even 60 hours nonstop in some cases. This robot, which was imported from the USA, was also working nonstop. According to some reports, the robot was being made to work more hours per day than it was designed for. Suddenly, a few days ago, this robot went to the staircase. It wasn't designed to go up or down stairs. It went near the stairs and suddenly fell down the staircase, getting dismantled in the process. Many people in the building said they saw this happen. The robot wasn't programmed or told to go near the stairs. It was an AI-based robot that used elevators for movement within the building. So, what made this robot suddenly decide to go near the stairs and fall? It is now pretty much dead. Fixing it will take a lot of time. In 2022, death of a young 22-year-old woman become a hot topic on Sina Weibo. Authorities in East China's Hangzhou said they are investigating the sudden death of a 22-year-old woman who lost consciousness after days of overwork. As the case triggered renewed discussions about the 996 overworking culture across the tech industry on social media. When Huey, the young girl, was sent to the hospital by her colleagues, she had already lost consciousness and her skin had turned purple. It was sudden death due to myocarditis, and she eventually passed away despite being treated in the ICU for 6 days. China's Supreme People's Court, SPC, and the Ministry of Human Resources and Social Security have previously called on employers to ban the 996 work schedule, where employees work from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. 6 days a week. Many South Koreans don't have a life beyond work. Due to work stress and life stress, many South Koreans even end their life. South Korean internet users have started spreading stories about this robot, questioning whether it ended its life due to being overworked, similar to human beings who take extreme steps when pushed too far. This incident has once again brought the world's attention to work stress. From afar, South Korea might seem attractive with K-pop and its dramas, and many people, including me, would want to visit. But South Korea has the highest suicide rate among major advanced nations, making it clear that human beings need more than just clean streets and a high-quality environment. They need time for themselves. If they are constantly pushed to work, they will start breaking down, just like this robot. While the exact reason behind the robot's actions might never be known, hopefully, this incident will raise awareness about the issue of work stress. People will hopefully focus on the quality of life because, in the end, we were not born just to work and earn. We were born to live a good life. More than 500,000 Chinese die from overworking each year, reported CCTV News. China has overtaken Japan, topping the charts with the largest population who die from overworking, reaching a total of 600,000. As on my channel, I talk about K-pop a lot, so I want to mention work stress in K-pop as well. T-pop may have many great things. There are also a lot of dark sides within the K-pop industry as a whole, but you will find out what your favorite idols have gone through or maybe still going through. This focus on toxic productivity, mental health, and the lack of mental health care resources for idols and trainees in the K-pop industry. For years, companies and even the media have pushed this grind mindset, the idea that you must hustle nonstop to succeed. But thankfully, millennials and Gen Z are catching on. They're starting to fight back against this toxic culture, refusing to work countless hours for barely minimum wage. But here's the sad truth. Many companies don't care. They only see the revenue their overworked employees can bring in. And yes, the K-pop industry is no exception. According to Better Up, productivity equals revenue, so companies want their employees to value it just as much. This mindset is toxic because it's culturally contagious. The more a society promotes overworking as valuable, the harder people work. But it comes at a cost: burnout, poorer relationships, and severe health issues. Think about your favorite K-pop idols. We love their energy and talent, but many of them are working way too much. Overworking leads to burnout, and trust me, that's horrible. But it doesn't stop there. It can cause neck, chest, and back pains, and even lead to strokes. Just take a look at this 2016 article. It reports on several idols who suffered from overworking. It's heartbreaking to see the toll it takes on them physically and mentally. On October 11th, EXO member Lay, along with the rest of his group members, were at the Incheon International Airport getting ready to board their flight to Japan when the K-pop idol suddenly collapsed. Those who saw the incident occur at the airport said that Lay remained unconscious as he was transferred to a hospital. After being rushed to the hospital, the K-pop star's agency released an official statement saying Lay momentarily lost consciousness due to a lack of sleep. Thankfully, the doctor said he will make a full recovery after he gets some rest. The incident led to a massive online outrage by dedicated EXO fans who bashed and lashed out against the entertainment agency for overworking the idols to the point of causing damage to the young entertainer's health. Following the incident, Lay later went to urge fans not to blame SM Entertainment. "The fainting was my fault. Please don't curse out my fellow company colleagues," he said in a press conference for his upcoming Chinese drama, The Mystic 9, 8 days after the incident occurred. "The schedule arrangements were all mostly my choice. I'm the type of person who doesn't like admitting defeat, so I always try to do everything I can. The agency respects my thoughts. I just mentioned one single incident. Idols who suffered from overworking deserve a whole separate video. The problem is the mindset in Korean, Chinese, and Japanese cultures that says if you're not overworking, you are lazy and won't succeed. This belief hurts people because it makes them think they have to sacrifice their health and happiness to be seen as hardworking. It's important to change this idea and understand that taking care of yourself is just as important as working hard. My video is a small effort to change this idea, and you can share your thoughts on this as well in the comments. Thank you for watching.